some great action coming up on the NASCAR Nationwide Tour. All you got to do is log on to NASCAR.com/tickets or call 1-866-GO-NASCAR. Of course, we're heading for the Kansas Speedway, then all the way out to the West Coast, followed by Charlotte, Gateway, Texas, Phoenix, and the season finale at Homestead Miami Speedway, November 20th. Well, Kyle has made it to victory lane here at Dover, and he's climbing out. Doc, let's send it your way.
NASCAR's newest record holder getting a shower in victory lane here at Dover, Delaware, turning and celebrating his 11th win of the year. What an effort for Kyle Busch. And Kyle, we're getting doused. And Kyle, this race was totally up for grabs until lap 4 when you took the green. You took the lead of this race. What a dominating performance. Congratulations today.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I can't say enough about these guys on this team. You know, the Joe Gibbs Racing guys do a phenomenal job. And NOS Energy Drinks, Z-Line Designs, this Camry was flawless. I mean, it was really, really good. I'm just unfortunate there at the end. I don't know what happened. I don't know if we had a wheel loose or what was going on, but it started vibrating and shaking real bad. And I wasn't imagining things. It did happen. So that was worrying me quite a bit. But, you know, got to thank Gillette and the Nationwide Insurance, of course, Combos, Marquis Jets, all the guys that have made this thing possible. It's really fun to come out here and love running these cars and winning with Jason Ratcliffe and all these boys.
Yet another record is yours. I know these records mean so much to you, but this one is special. Most wins ever in a single season in the NASCAR Nationwide Series, topping one of the all-time greats, Sam Ard.
Yeah, it's pretty spectacular to be associated with these guys and have these guys win with me. And you know what? Leo's in victory. He better be in victory lane with us. Where's Leo? Where's Leo? There he is. Leo's here. This is his first time in victory lane. I told him, I says, if I ever break 10 wins, you're coming to victory lane. And sure enough, we did today. And it's cool to get a guy like that to victory lane. He's superstitious for some reason, just doesn't like come to celebrate. You know, he says that's what we're here to do. We're here to win races. What's there to celebrate? So, but we're celebrating tonight.
Back in May, the win on Saturday had enough momentum for you to be able to do the same thing on Sunday. What about what could happen here tomorrow in the Cup car?
I don't know. I'm certainly hoping that it pays due tomorrow as well too with our interstate batteries Camry. I mean, it was pretty good in practice. Unfortunately, you know, we were kind of battling back and forth between tight and loose a little bit, but Dave and I were really communicating well and talking about things and really trying to strategize what we should do, and learned quite a bit here today with this thing. So I'll take that knowledge and go back to Dave with it and talk to him tonight and see what we can work on to try to make sure that thing gets victory lane.
Just between you and me, you want to share what you learned today?
Nope.
All right, hey, go celebrate. Congratulations.
You put the mic in my face. What do you think I was going to say?
Okay, Kyle Busch, a record setter here in victory lane at Dover, Delaware. Dave Burns.
And with Joey Logano now breaking things down with crew chief Kevin Kidd, and unfortunately, another second place for Joey, the 6th one this year, the 3rd one to your teammate. And it sounded from what you shared on the radio and maybe what you were talking to Kevin about, that a similar issue with not getting to victory lane, getting up to speed quick.
Yeah, we're no good on restarts, and we've been that way all year. I don't know why it takes us 3-4 laps to even be within 2/10 of the car in front of me. It takes me about 15-20 to equal out, and then I try to go get them, and that's why we lost today. You know, last few laps we were really fast. We're just we just weren't good enough. We weren't that good in the beginning of the race. We were a 3rd place car. And, we worked all day to become a 2nd place car. And I feel like at the end we had a car that was good enough to win, just too late. And, it's 2nd. Like I said it stinks, but it's better than 3rd. So we'll take it and move on. It just 6 second places. I want to win one of these things eventually.
He will. I have a feeling the W is not far away. Jamie?
And Carl Edwards brings it home 3rd after a dropped lug nut. You guys dropped quite a few positions, Carl. New crew chief today. How would you say it was overall?
I thought Mike Beam did a really good job, and my pit crew is unbelievable. They do a really good job, and that was one bad pit stop, and I think we had a 2nd place car and we finished 3rd, so that wasn't the worst case. You know, it could have been a lot worse, and we had a lot of folks from Copart.com here in Fastenal, and I think it was a good start for Mike Beam and I. You know, it was a big risk to let Drew go over there and work with Donnie Wingo and everything, and I think we made the right call, though, and I think that we've got some good things to look forward to.
Will he be on your pit box calling the shots the rest of the races?
I believe so. That's my plan, at least, and Mike did a really good job. Hal, the engineer, did a good job, and we were competitive. You know, I could see Kyle and Joey, they're right there in front of us, and last time we were here we struggled, so I think we're gaining ground.
Competitive is good, and you were that today. Carl Edwards brings it home 3rd. Alan?
All right, Jamie, thank you. So Kyle Busch leading 191 of 200 laps today. The Joe Gibbs Racing Team leading all but 5 laps of this Dover race. They continue to be so dominant at this racetrack. Kyle Busch breaking the all-time single-season wins record in the Nationwide Series that he shared with Sam Ard. Words to describe the performances you're seeing out of Kyle Busch this year.
It's just fantastic. I mean, he is driving the wheels off that car. I mean, to break that record, and Alan do it by dominating today, leading 191 laps, like you said, just an amazing feat. Those guys have got that Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota Nationwide team figured out. They've been doing it week in and week out, and you got to commend him. You really do a great job out of him.
Yeah, he matches up so well with this Nationwide car, and from day one of this season, he has been dominant. He has continued to build upon that. And it's truly it's a pleasure to watch the guy drive these race cars. He's so good, so talented. It's a lot of fun to watch him. He stinks up the show a lot of times, but it's still fun to watch him race. And congratulations, he broke an incredible record that Sam Ard has held for a long time.
Kyle's pursuit of the record and the Joe Gibbs dominance here at Dover. One of the stories we talked about starting our coverage. Danica Patrick was another, and how this would be the toughest test yet for her stock car foray. It wound up with a 35th place finish. Let's hear from Danica.
Certainly a disappointing and frustrating day for Danica. And when we talked before the race, you said you just hope to go out and run to the finish and learn. Well, you were running at the finish. It was that in between. What can you take from a day like today?
You know, it's hot out there. Just take a nice little break in the middle 100 laps. No, really disappointed. It's funny. I was talking, obviously, with the 100 laps I had to talk about it. And, you know, I mean, there's 2 things. One, every time I think I'm going to do well, I don't do well. And every time I'm not sure what to expect, I do well. And it's just kind of gone like that this year. Michigan was a prime example. I thought I was running well, and we were just loose, and, you know, it didn't go great. And anyway, and then the other part of it is that, you know, I don't know what I need out of the car to be good in the race. I mean, I know what I want for 1 lap to feel good, but that doesn't mean it's going to be good for 70 or 80 laps. And so, you know, even on that last run out there that I did, which was 30 or so laps, I mean, we freed it up and went out there, and I started out feeling a little loose, and then it kind of settled in, and then I was pushing by the end. So it's like, how loose does it have to be when you start to have a good end? And, you know, I don't know if that contributed to the right front blowing out in the first run or not, but, you know, I was getting to the point where there was so much push, it was chattering. And so, you know, I know now from experience that, you know, when you have a vibration or when the car doesn't want to turn, it's probably losing pressure, and, you know, you should back it on down. But, you know, lessons learned, and they're not fun lessons, and everybody's watching, so it makes it even harder. But we'll get this Skoda Eddie car to the front by the end of the year, and we'll figure it out.
Thanks, Danica. Steep learning curve.
Yeah, and Vince, interesting perspective there. Lessons learned while everybody's watching. And a tough place to learn some lessons today. And Danica winding up finishing in 35th position. A couple of undefeated SEC rivals matching up on ESPN tonight. Steve Spurrier's South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the road to face Cameron Newton and the Auburn Tigers. It's college football primetime presented by Hampton Hotels. ESPN tonight at 7:45 Eastern. The South Carolina-Auburn game also available online on your phone and on ESPN 3D. For more information, log on to ESPN.com. That will be a good one later on tonight. And as the celebration continues, and take all those photos to mark a very special day, let's hear from another guy who had a good run today. Reed Sorensen finished 4th, Jamie.
Reed Sorensen just said, I'm going to be watching that game. South Carolina's my team. But let's talk about your race. You ended up finishing 4th. You guys got strong at the end, but you had some battles, especially with the 1 car. Take us through your day.
Yeah, we were just too loose. And, you know, just it's really hard to race side by side with somebody here when you're that loose. It's because it takes all the air off your right side. And I don't know, one's just racing really hard, but, you know, that's what he's supposed to do, I guess. So other than that, we had a really good car, really good on long runs. I think there at the end, the last 15 laps, we were as good as anybody, if not a little better. Just too loose to get going. And we had a good day, though. It was a solid day. We didn't really ever fall back. We always held our own. And pit crew did great. Everybody on the Dollar General team did a great job. And look forward to getting this year finished out and maybe getting a win before the year's over.
Well, Braun Racing news this week, they sold to Turner Motorsports. They're looking at a 3-car effort next year. You're the 4th car, of course. What does that mean for you? Do you have any indication on what your future holds with this team?
I mean, all I know is I love racing for Dollar General. We're doing a good job this year. We've haven't got our win, but we're getting close. And, you know, I love racing with these guys. I love hanging out with Trent, him being my crew chief, and me and him get along really well and seem to get the car running good. So
just keep doing the best I can, and hopefully everything will work out.
That's 4 straight top 10 finishes for Reed Sorensen. Vince?